Welcome to the Electronic Video Agent installation.
Haha! Nice. So we have an opening video which is just like the installers of the old Command and Conquer, but as a sort of starting video for the game. That's nice. I should probably quickly brief you and say, hey, I played Command and Conquer for the first time last year, and I found it wanting in certain technical aspects, and certain people in the community didn't like that. But I said, hey, I'll try the remaster, I'll give it a go, hopefully it'll be great. And look at this, it's actually doing something. That's interesting. Okay.
To the Electronic Video Agent installation.
Oh, very clever. So it did a whole preamble of checking the system settings and so on, and you know, you for those who don't know, you used to have to do this. You used to have to go through all this rigmarole back in the day, and it's just saying, nope, you don't need to do that.
Right. Center.
Beautiful.
Sound hardware initialized.
It sure is, and with lovely clear sound.
Command and Conquer to high definition video, audio, and graphics. Upgrading. Please stand by.
Oh, that's a really nice touch. Whoever did that, they clearly had a lot of, you know, thought put into it.
Please examine the README file.
Please stand by. Right. I feel like I'm interfacing with the world.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, let's do this.
Welcome back, Commander.
If I had played that back in the day and was hit with that, oh, I could feel like the nostalgia. They even remastered the Westwood logo. Look at that, that's beautiful. Kudos to the animation team, they did a really good job. Wait for the explosion. Yes! Alright, we ready for some Frank Klepacki music? Oh, that's beautiful. You're hearing that in full stereo as opposed to the usual mono. So, we are immediately going to hit the options button. Presumably they'll have everything that the Niergerd's version did, you know, the community versions. So we'll just go to the options. And, yep, there's a whole lot of options. That's interesting. So, control options. Select modern controls including damaged health bars, right mouse actions. That's what I wanted, yes. Because I know original Command and Conquer players would just use the left mouse button, and for me personally, I didn't enjoy that. So we've got unit queuing available, we've got health bars, and oh, that's excellent. Filter profanity. Oh, in the chat text, right? Okay. So we're in 1080 widescreen, blah blah blah. Okay, so plenty of nice options for you to play about with there. Let's start a new game.
The Grain Trade Center in Vienna was the 17th urban bombing in 4 weeks, blamed on Nod terrorists.
So it looks like they've taken the original FMV sequences and they've upscaled them using AI. Yeah. They've used a neural upscale, I believe, on the footage. That's nice. You can sort of see the lines and artifacts a little bit, but yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. I mean, it's widescreen. It's beautiful. I don't mind a few, you know, artifacts. It's not the end of the world.
Nod Tiberium holdings now account for almost half of the world's known supply, giving the quasi-terrorist group incredible leverage in the London Gold Exchange. On the domestic side,
So 90s, man!
Cover of Tiberium ignored reporters at Hong Kong's Second World Tiberium Economic Impact Summit. Mobius is expected to refute charges from the scientific community that Tiberium might be dangerous.
You don't say. Did the people exploding in a fiery blaze in the fields give that away?
As the GDI forces take off in another non-assault, the free world holds its breath. This is Greg Burdett, WWN, somewhere in the Mediterranean.
I mean, you can clearly see the upscaling there, but it's a minor quibble. It's not bad at all. It's not something that I would say, oh my god, I must quit the game. Right, we're in. So, I'm gonna change to casual. And that's nice, look at that. The original Command & Conquer didn't have a difficulty level, as far as I could see. Now, are we going Brotherhood or not, or are we going GDI? We'll go GDI.
Initiative selected.
Are you picking this up? Good. I know you need more deep background, but we're up against it. Nod forces have fortified this beachhead at X-16Y42. Intelligence is still coming in, so we can't tell you a lot.
Okay, we're gonna skip that. I know that sounds unforgivable, but we're gonna go straight in and experience the game. And actually see what it's like, you know, playing the remastered version. Because all the upscaled cutscenes and all the quality of life changes don't mean a thing if the game itself isn't good, you know? Okay.
Reinforcements have arrived.
We have the basic pixelated...
Commander, upgrade your battle control to high definition.
You mean like this?
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Let's
Reinforcements have arrived.
let's move these forces.
Yes, moving out. Yes, right away, sir.
Defeat all Nod forces.
Yes,
I believe we can do that.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Deploy MCV by clicking on it.
yes, vehicle
New
reporting.
construction options.
There we are. Probably built that too close, but whatever.
Ready and waiting.
They've remastered all the explosions as well. That's almost deafening.
Construction complete.
And that Frank Klepacki soundtrack is just to die for. Listen to that. The man's never lost it. You know what I mean? Right, just have them wipe out those guys. Interesting AI there. Seem to have
New construction
forgotten
options.
that.
Building.
See, I had a soldier there and he just completely ignored it. The opposition.
Construction complete.
Right, let's get that barracks up and running.
New
There we are.
construction options.
Moving out. You got it. Moving out.
And that looks okay. We've got our base in place. There's the infantry tab.
Building.
We queue up some minigunners.
Unit ready.
Now, I don't see any
Unit ready.
potential flag to put
Unit
out, you know.
ready.
But I'm not going to
Building.
quibble over that because
Unit
that's the way it was
ready.
done. Toggle
Unit
radar map
ready.
is not available,
Building.
which is understandable again.
Acknowledge.
Is he trying to pull a
Unit
fast one?
ready.
That's not going to work for you, son.
Building.
There we are.
Waiting for
Unit
acknowledge.
ready.
Affirmative.
So we're getting after initial sort of frame loss, we're getting a smooth sort of 60 frames a second, and
Acknowledge.
everything's looking pretty. And the gameplay wise, it does feel like the team is sort of taking on board all the improvements that OpenRA have made.
Yes, sir.
Mission accomplished.
That was an easy one, but then I did set it on easy, you know, so... We have a little cutscene, and here is the new statistics screen. Looks good to me. And of course my phone is going off like crazy. So I'll just mute that. Well,
Great shot. Return to base immediately.
yes sir, Mr. Klepaki. To base we go. And we've got a beautiful high-definition globe this time. Oh, that's very nice. So, coordinates of next mission. Estonia. Let's go.
Good job with the beachhead, Commander.
It's got subtitles as well. That's a nice touch.
So you know what you're dealing with. This is Kane.
Yes, we've seen this.
Under attack.
So, defend base until reinforcements arrive.
Building.
Let's get some minigunner. And, yep. I'll just wait it out, I guess.
Reinforcements have arrived.
There we go. It's nice to have that little tooltip at the top, just to say what you're meant to be doing, you know?
Waiting order. Affirmative. Roger. Roger. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
And these look like scientists. There's still nothing in the side to sort of tell you about the scientists, but
Reinforcements have arrived.
that's understandable, like, you know.
Unit moving out. Affirmative. Moving
It's
out.
an MCV. Where do we want to put that? Somewhere near Tiberium, I guess.
Moving
It's
out.
amazing what you forget in a year, isn't it? You know?
Building.
Waiting. Moving out.
Like, I played through this level not a year ago.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Acknowledged.
And this is one of the problems with you know, having somebody who's not a massive Command and Conquer fan play the Command and Conquer remaster.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit
We're moving
ready.
out. Acknowledged. Moving out.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Let's stick you there.
Power. New construction
Low power.
options.
Let's build a power
Building.
plant then. There's some more Nod forces lurking in the background there.
Construction complete.
Let's just
Unit ready.
quickly build a power plant.
Building.
Let's see.
Unit
There.
ready. Unit ready.
And let's toggle repair mode
Repairing.
and repair that power plant.
Repairing.
And that boy there. Alright. I think I
Repairing.
untoggled the repair there. Let's see, let's
Building.
train some minigunners, just a ridiculous
Unit
amount of
ready.
minigunners, and
Building.
we will swarm them.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Waiting.
Building. Unit
Ready
ready.
and waiting.
Hey, where do you think you're coming from? Hmm?
Building.
Look at that, they're trying to attack from the south.
Ready.
It was a mistake.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes.
Unit ready.
It's an interesting mix of old and new, this, you know. I really like the new unit animations and stuff, you know.
Unit ready.
They actually,
Building.
they feel more like
Unit
people
Ready.
Reporting.
that you're throwing about the place.
Unit ready.
Whilst previously they were very pixelated,
Unit ready.
obviously due to the technological limitations of the time.
Right away, sir.
Let's spread out and really cause problems. I don't know if there's an attack move.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
see.
Reporting. Moving out. Affirmative.
That's just your standard move there. Let's just outnumber these Nod forces and take them out, huh?
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Gosh, they're everywhere, aren't they? They're swarming.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Goodbye, Harvester. What reinforcements have we got? Oh, right, random vehicle.
Reporting. Yes.
Our base is under attack.
They always try and sneak around.
Yes, sir. Moving
Sneaky,
out.
sneaky brotherhood.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
And as always, Command and Conquer fans are probably looking at this and thinking, what are you doing, you silly man?
Moving out.
That's not how you play this game. Alright, Tiberium Field. We'll want to avoid that with our people.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't want to stand around in that Tiberium Field, son.
Acknowledged. Moving
That
out.
would not end well for you.
Moving out. Affirmative.
The question is there anyone else left on this map? Let's get just one of the scouting vehicles.
Moving
I
out.
think they're probably is going to be a few stragglers that we've missed.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
But you can tell from the gameplay already, you know, they've done a pretty good job on this, I have to say, with the modernization.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Yep.
Moving out.
Mercy is for the weak indeed.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Let's see. Anybody up here? Yes, there is. Goodbye. Now we'll just clear out their base, and that'll be that. Right?
Unit report acknowledged.
You're not attacking the base by default? Okay.
Waiting order. Got it. Right away, sir.
This is where I lose because I meant to take over the base, aren't I?
Reporting.
Nod
The
building
scientists.
captured. New construction options. Nod building captured.
There we are.
New construction options.
Now, was there something else I was meant to do?
Ready and waiting.
That's a good question. Let's see. Knock out that refinery. Defend the position, deploy the MCV, then build a sizable force. Search out and destroy the Nod base in the area. And that's it. Destroy or capture. We've captured 2. We'll destroy the rest. It's interesting though that they choose not to destroy the buildings by default. It's probably something you can change. There we are. Mission accomplished. I took a little too long with that one, but yeah. Okay. Let's skip through this screen. Did a good job. On to the next one. Over here now. And you can create a custom soundtrack playlist. That's a nice touch.
I know I promised more deep background on Kane and Nod, but there'll be time for that later.
So instead of continuing to play, let's have a look at the menu. Now, I looked at this before, briefly. Let's have a look at it in a little more detail. So we've got our general control options, where you can toggle between legacy and modern, and you can take bits of both, depending on how you want to play the game. You can constrain the mouse cursor to the game window when playing in a windowed mode, as opposed to full screen, which is why I'm at. You can enlarge the mouse cursor. Let's see what that does, shall we? There we are. Nice and huge. Just the way we like it. So, we'll turn that off. And there's an accessibility mode. Changes in-game chat to white, so that it's more readable, as well as enabling text-to-speech functionality. We'll also enable the narrator screen reader. That's a nice touch, you know, for gamers who suffer from issues and need specialized changes in the game in order to play it well. That's superb. So we've got our tooltips, you can turn them down, map view, scroll speed, game speed, it's all fairly self-explanatory. Graphics, you've got your basic resolutions, you can go borderless window if you want, or windowed modes. GPU performance mouse pointer. Ah, there you go. And you've got VSync and unit smoothing. So you can, if you don't like the sort of gliding motion of the units on the screen, you can turn that off and it'll return to the way it was. And then you've got your basic sound stuff. Hey! You can play the lower music stuff. So if you really wanted to, and this is something that I criticised the recent Age of Empires remaster for, this looks like you can just change everything back to classic. So let's do that. There's the classic music. Let's see if we can do something similar with the graphics, huh? Yeah, we'll leave them on. Legacy controls. Mods. Ah, it has the mods option. That's nice. And we can change our key bindings. But our graphics are still There we go. Right. It's as simple as hitting space. So now you essentially have the old graphics, and you can zoom in and out still to you know, pretend that you're in a really slow old 486 computer, and you can watch it all, and you can see like the lack of smoothness and stuff. That's a nice touch, and Age of Empires didn't do that, but Command & Conquer did. So that's pretty sweet. So we'll switch back to modern. No mercy. Music, bonus, sound effects remastered, voices remastered. Boom. And we're back. And space. So we can quickly toggle just to see the absolute difference. Let's zoom in on the MCV there. Look at the difference. Oh, they've done an excellent job interpreting. Like, I can see, like, and it's got a little tooltip at the top. That's nice, just to remind us. That's one of the things I didn't like about the original Command & Conquer. You went to the menu and you had to have a read through of your objectives after previously looking at the you know, the video, and
Yes, sir.
I'm very impressed with that change. Look at that. I could do that all day. Who needs to even play? We can just go up at the graphical changes, you know. So I'm not going to play anymore because this would just be a rambling video, and I'm not going to go into, you know, too much more detail because I'm not the man you want for that. It's just a brief overview of Command & Conquer Remastered. On my machine, day one, it runs well. It's excellent, and I'm very pleased with what I've seen so far. So we'll
Battle
quit,
control
and we'll just
terminated.
briefly look at the mission selections. Yep, as I expected, and as they promised, you've got all the console missions, all the covert operations by default. You can have user maps, you know, and the difficulty setting is also there. That's beautiful. I had a number of complaints about Command & Conquer. This remaster has pretty much answered them all and said, to hell with your complaints. This is now perfect. So, bravo, Petroglyph. And Lemon Sky Studios apparently helped. And that logo there, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. You've done good here, as they'd say in football. You've done good. So that's Command & Conquer Remastered. From what little I've seen, it looks good. Cheerio.